Oh, hey y'all, how's it going? Fatty here, and today I'm going to bring you the top 5 most unseen rat holes in 2022 on Valguero. Now, this one was requested in my Discord, so if you guys haven't already, go join my Discord, request videos. I always try to get those up, and let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the video. Coming in at number 1, this one's going to be located at 46.8, 91.6. Now, this one is really interesting. I like it a lot. It's definitely a smaller one, definitely big enough to get a great little starter base going, and pretty unseen. So you guys kind of see it's here close to the world border, next to this lake that kind of leads off to this river, and it's under this like bridge overpass type situation that's going on here. And when you get down here, what you're going to want to do is get completely underneath this, follow the water where it kind of branches off, and then it's going to dip down here. Now, usually this is actually water. For some reason on my Steam, it just was showing up as like nothing at all. This is typically not the case. I've seen this one when I've been playing on Windows 10 servers, but for some reason on this one, it was gone. Now, there's plenty of room back here. You can break some of these rocks to expand it out just a little bit more. And if you put your turrets far enough back that if people are under there, that they can't just shoot up rockets. Now, if it's water, they can't do that. You want to put your turrets back far enough that they can't third person see forward or anything like that, but it's going to be a pretty defendable spot. You can definitely actually pop out like a 2 stegos in there to kind of get going. So if you're a solo player, this is going to be a good one. Again, I don't know why this water was glitching out like this. Let me know if you guys play on Steam, Epic, Windows 10, if you guys have noticed it does that as well. I've never seen that, but let's keep going on with the video. Coming in at number 4, this one's going to be at 90.4, 72.2. Now, Valguero has a ton of these ledges, but this is the only one I really want to showcase because I haven't really come across this one as much. Just for a couple facts, usually when I scout on Valguero and I'm looking for kind of a cliff ledge one like this to see if it's built up or not, I usually scout the world border, right at the very edge. Now this one I really like because it's off of the world border. It doesn't have a drop down spot where you can get above it and just kind of walk down the stego to rocket rush it or anything like that. So it's a lot more hidden in that sense. You just got to make sure you put a little bit of turrets that's covering that little bit of a ledge off to the side, because then someone could kind of put something up there and then build out towards you just a little bit. You're probably still going to get some like blockage from your foundations and stuff, but just be aware of that one. But yeah, I really like this one. It's not going to be hidden, or it's not going to be as seen as a lot of the other ones. Coming in at number 3, this one's going to be located at 37.7, 16.4. Now, I like the spot on this one. It's definitely one of the tighter squeezes of any of these rat holes, but it's also on a part of the map that's just not highly traversed. This general area isn't really rich of any resources or any real reason why somebody would come anywhere near here. So as you see, it's just kind of tucked up in here, and it is a little bit narrower, but you can definitely still get a lot of stuff, especially if you're playing on an unofficial server. You're going to be able to get pretty much whatever you need here to get started and going. Like I said, though, it is just a super tight squeeze, so make sure if you get a couple heavies down that you're going to be putting your turrets a little bit further back, just so people can't just rocket up and destroy them with like one shot. But other than that, it's going to be a great place, especially if you're solo or just trying to get a spot to prefabricate a base and stuff like that. And let's just continue on with the video. Coming in at number 2, this one's going to be located at 9.0, 80.4. Now this one's going to be right outside that Wyvern Trench, and it's going to be on top of some lava. So I really like this one because, again, people do come down there for wyverns and whatnot, but they're not going to be coming down here like scouting for raids, which is always what I look for in a hidden base and rat holes, is a spot where people just don't commonly look for like raids. Like if you're on Crystal Isles, I don't like to put any rat holes in the floating islands because that's exactly where people look to raid. So up in here, it is going to be pretty tight squeeze, but you can definitely get some foundations down in here to build up a little starter base. It is going to take a little bit of trial and error just to get the right height so you can build across and kind of get a full, foundation down, but you can also kind of put some ceilings and other stuff down there. Just make sure you cover up that entrance so people can't grapple like underneath you. But if you put a hatch frame out here with a couple turrets on it, it's going to be pretty well defendable. Like I said, not a lot of people are going to be coming down here. There are wyverns down further below, but that's not going to be your primary concern. And also for this one, it's just going to be really difficult because there's a lot of lava around there, so it's not going to be the easiest one for people just to kind of build and ramp up to, as well as they have to deal with all the wyverns and stuff trying to get down here. So it just makes it a little bit more tricky for people. Also near some nice resources, so it has a lot of value, especially early game or for solo players or people who are just kind of trying to stay hidden. Coming in at number 1, this is going to be located at 13.3, 82.0. Now this is just down the hill from that last spot. You can see that edge of the waterfall was in that last kind of base when I was showing it to you, and here's it kind of at a different angle. Now here's going to be a lot of actually sulfur and obsidian spawns, which is kind of nice. You know, obsidian's not the greatest resource ever, but with harpoon guns, you're definitely going to need to get some obsidian nowadays. And sulfur is always a great resource to know where it is. But again, just hidden up in the rafters, again, a spot where people aren't going to be really traversing. This one is a lot bigger. Again, it's not going to be a breeding base or anything like that, but it's going to be really hidden, really tucked up, and just defendable. It's going to be a really long climb for people if they're going to try to build up into your base, which is the only real way to raid this, unless they're just going to try to put like a stego on a Quetzal or something. And there's lots of little nicks and crannies where you can put some turrets just to make it even more defendable, so all the turrets aren't in just one location, because having multiple angles on a soaker is always best, just because it makes it harder for like a stego rider or anything like that to kind of be, you know, spotted, or not spotted, but to be safe and not be getting hit by tech turrets and stuff like that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I put a poll out today, so please go on, comment on that one, and vote on it, and I will catch you guys in the next video.